This game is played by adults, going over adult content. You've been warned. Welcome to Yes Please, the D&D podcast companion to Check Please. This series of podcasts take place in between episodes of the main Check Please series and go into more detail and depth about specific people and events. This episode takes place in canon within episode 49 of the main series. We would like to apologize for this episode's audio as we had technical difficulties and appreciate your understanding. Now, let's get to it. So, right after everyone kind of goes to bed, has their good nights, hopefully doesn't do anything else irrational in the middle of the night. God!
You never know with these people.
Oh my god. I grab Gro, and I take my parents aside, like I said I was going to, so I don't think they'll be surprised by this, because I've told them 3 times today, and not doing it would be more suspicious. In general, before all the crazy shit that my team did, the plan was to grab my parents and tell them I was pregnant, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I can do that anymore after what happened earlier with the whole, I've fucked up and, my friends ruined the house, and it's great. It's just great. So I don't think my parents can handle that, or at least much more. So I'm gonna start by telling them the fortune instead that Marcus gave me. And if you wouldn't mind, could you give me a quick recap on the fortune?
Yeah.
If you don't mind,
So it was, 1 shall be 2, as 2 will be 1. Knowledge and music shall flow for centuries. 1 may save the world, 1 may damn it.
Oh, those are mays. It's fine. It's vague. Fortunes are terrible. Okay, so I'm assuming I have taken them to the room that my dad was like, I still love you. By the way, I have a bunch of other children. I assume this is the room that we go to do talks.
This is the hard truth room.
This is the hard truth room. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I do that. I set everyone down. I'm like, so I know it's been a wild day and probably the worst of the ones that I've visited.
Your father nods his head in agreement, and your mother just stands there, arms crossed.
She stands? She doesn't even sit down?
She doesn't even sit down. She's standing with her arms crossed, and she kind of has this sort of a disapproving frown on her face.
I look at Gro for help.
Gro sort of is distant.
Distant?
Not like making eye contact with you. He's a step further away from you than you expected him to be, and he's not really like looking at you.
Oh my... What? Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to talk to him about something, because stop being a little bitch, Gro! Rude! I need support here right now! Okay, that pisses me off a little bit, but I cannot let this get to me. But, I had a fortune recently that I thought you guys might want to hear for fun. That's more good news in the future, for the future, if you wanted to hear it.
Your mom lets out a sigh and kind of says, alright, get on with it.
So, I had a divination recently that kind of said in the future I would have twins, and I thought you guys might enjoy hearing that.
There's never been twins in our line before.
Never? Well, I mean, it's not that long a line. Never?
Would be interesting, especially if they were both girls.
Do you think it's possible for both of them to have the eyes?
We'll just have to wait and see.
That's true. But I thought it was cute. I don't know.
So what made you want to get a divination? You've never been the type to trust in random portents before. At this point, your father steps in. Well, look, if Sol wanted to get a divination, I'm sure they had their reasons.
A lot of things have been uncertain in my life lately. I've obviously messed up a lot of things, and I totally understand why either of you be upset with me. So I've been trying really hard to make up for everything, and kind of trusting in a way to see if there's a future even has been helping me continue. Does that make sense?
Your mom just kind of shoots you the disapproving frown returns to her face.
Man, I've never been in this this much trouble.
Is that all?
That was it.
You had someone read your fortune and you thought that was important enough to have a family meeting?
Soul looks defeated, actually. I'm sorry. You're right.
Look, if it turns out to be true, then we'll deal with it when the time comes. But we have a lot of important things that need to be dealt with in the near term, things that are more concrete. The wedding preparation, the ceremony, everything has to be just so. If this power is to transfer correctly, you have to be ready.
You're right. I'll take care of this, and I'll be ready for the wedding.
You'd better put us all at great risk.
I know.
I hope someday you realize, when you have your own daughter, just how difficult this can be.
I'm sorry.
Well, get to bed, get rest. We'll deal with the rest of this.
Soul just gets up. Yes, ma'am. And they just go. They don't even grab Grow. They just want to leave with their dignity.
But tatters of it are left.
Yeah. And of course, it is a verbal slight to say ma'am instead of mom, pretty much. Yeah. At least that's how I've always done it growing up. There's like, yes ma'am. The more polite you are, the more mean you're actually being almost sometimes. Even meaner would be if I just used her fucking name. If I was just like, yes, Felicity, and just like... But that's too much of a dab on the haters. It has to have enough respect.
At least she didn't get super angry at you there, so
yeah.
That's at least something.
But yeah, Soul's just trying to leave without crying, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I'd imagine they probably glanced back at their dad real quick, because it's like, this seems to be the only person on my side right now. It's so quick, but it's not exactly seeing red, but they don't have enough focus right now to actually concentrate on what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
They turn instinctively to look at their dad, but then it's just like a turn back and keep walking. It's like, I didn't even actually look at him. They're heading towards Grow's room, and they just assume that Grow's gonna follow at some point.
Okay. So, you leave the room, and I'd like you to make a perception check.
Okay. 25?
Okay. As you leave the important talking room, the hard truths room, you hear someone follow you out the room a few steps behind you. You assume it to be Grow without turning and looking.
Yeah.
And the door is closed behind him, so your parents are staying in the room to have some sort of other discussion.
Great. So glad.
Grow follows behind you.
Oh, I know it's Grow now?
Well, I mean...
I'm assuming it's Grow.
I imagine you can tell his footsteps.
Okay. Oh, I can't believe they messed everything up. This was supposed to be so different and quiet and just okay.
I mean, your friends couldn't get through one night, huh?
Apparently not.
This whole night's been a real eye-opener.
Soul just stops walking and just kind of turns. Are you okay?
Think so. But I'm not sure.
Well, what's going on? Come on. And Soul, takes a step forward with their hands raised. The aim is to, cup his chin with their hands, pretty much.
He kind of looks at you with sort of a wounded look.
I drop my hands? And I look confused? What's wrong?
The protectorship. Everything about it.
What do you mean?
Well, protecting the whole world. Holding up some sort of barrier. All of this. Why didn't you trust me?
That's internal screaming. I wanted to protect you. I'm sorry. Are you mad at me?
I'm not mad, I just...
If you say disappointed, I can't.
I wasn't going to say disappointed.
Okay.
I was going to say I'm not sure what kind of relationship we can have if you don't trust me.
I do. I do trust you.
He shakes his head. I don't believe you.
Why not?
He holds his arms to his sides. For exactly what just happened today. You kept a massive secret from me.
I just said it was for your protection. The less people know, the less bullshit I can mess up. And Soul's, of course, being a little too much with their arm movements, but they've had a bit of a day and they can't control themselves right now. They're on emotion overload, where they've had to, keep their cool, they've had to get yelled at, get grounded, deal with their friends' bullshit, and now their fiancé/secret husband is upset with them after their mom yelled at them again. I ruined so many things in my life. I just wanted yours to be good without me fucking it up. If that's awful to you, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He nods and turns and continues walking to his room.
I follow him?
Okay.
What? I don't know, talk?
Sure.
I think the protectorship is awful, and...
I did offer to take it.
You can't.
Says who?
Bloodline? I don't even know if it's physically possible. That part I just don't know. But It has to do with my eyes. Eye now. Whoever in the bloodline has this color eye, the same color as the feather, they get the protectorship.
I mean, that can change people's eye colors if they need to.
It's about the blood inside of me. It's just the way to show everyone that this is the next person who gets to, I don't fucking know, ascend and be the great protector. Woo! Yay! So fun. So fucking fun. Where the first fuck up in the family line gets to be me. Hooray! I wish I just stayed home. All in all, I just wish I didn't leave ever. It was my biggest mistake in my entire life. I was so good before that. And I don't know, got emotional one day and had to go. And now I've ruined everything. And I'm trying so hard to just keep it together. It's like I broke a vase and have been gluing it piece by piece, and it's never going to look the same, and it keeps shattering every time I touch it.
Do you want our relationship to be like your parents'?
No, ours is better. We actually love each other. Don't you love me? You love me, right? Right? Crow?
He lets out like a long sigh. More than anything, but having a hard time rationalizing what you've done. I don't need your protection. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you shoulder that burden. And you shut me out. And I didn't know if that's what I need to be expecting in the future. Am I just the person to be shut out? It's been a long day.
Wait, let's just talk in your room, okay?
Yeah. He kind of like draws in a breath and wipes one of his eyes.
I think while following him, I instinctively grab his cloak. Because whenever Soul gets upset, they become way more childlike than they're pretending to be normally. Or pretending not to be, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And they really want to hold his hand, but they're like, need space, cloak.
Alright.
It just looks like a child who's been yelled at way too much today.
You follow him into his room.
I don't want to shut you out.
You already have. Whether you want to now or not, I think hardly matters. Who's to say you won't do it again because you think of protecting me? You're going to have to protect the entire world. At least let me step off of your burden, alright? At least let me help try to support you instead of the other way around.
Okay. I mean, my instincts are terrible, and I'm sure I have a million bad habits, but I can at least work towards making sure that you can be the one to protect me instead. No, we're gonna just work together, okay?
Like that.
Cool. Girl.
Yeah?
I'm really, really sorry. I love you.
He moves forward and wraps his arms around you.
I hug him back. I had to think about that, to be honest. It's been a rough day. I don't have many beans to put in a pot right now. From now on, if you ever have a question, I will tell you the truth.
Okay.
Deal?
Yeah, deal.
Okay. And I have nothing to ask of you because I feel like you always tell me the truth, so I don't really have to worry about that. Right?
What?
Right?
Yeah, of course.
Can I sense a motive?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can try.
That's an 18!
I mean, he's fairly emotional, but, I mean, it's been a rough day. So
Yeah.
it's hard to tell.
Fuck. I can never tell with this boy! But Alec told me to just be wary. So, I'm keeping my eggs in my basket, and I'm not gonna count them, but I'm gonna keep them. I keep you.
I love your mixed metaphors. Thank you. So, he says, there's a lot of work we need to do. Your eye still needs to be completely fixed.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what went wrong. But
Oh, I assume Glarv had something to do with it, because, I don't know, he was smirking when I left, so I probably did something. I always do something. I mess everything up.
I should get to work on it.
You're not going to bed?
Look, we're running out of time. I'm concerned. I need to help you with this.
Okay. Thank you.
Would you mind keeping me company?
Of course.
He walks over to the work table where he has the eye sitting under a piece of black silk.
I'll kind of hop onto the bed, a couple bounces in the sitting position because it's Soul. It's all fluffy and stuff. I'd stay up all night for you if I have to.
Thanks. Could I make another request?
Sure, what's up?
Could you play a little bit of music?
Yeah, of course. Give me a second. I'll take out my lyre. I don't want to be too distracting, even though it's always fun to do the dancing lights. I don't want to be too much. I can't be extra today. That's a 33.
Yep, that's about right. Right, so you strum out a hauntingly beautiful melody.
It's a bit more somber, probably.
Okay.
As much as Soul's trying to stay okay, they have no drugs to deal with it, because they're trying to be a good mom. And it's just been a rough day. They just want to make their husband happy. God damn. So, Soul's playing the music, and they're probably just watching what Gro's doing. They don't usually have to, watch what their hands are doing anymore. It's kind of instinctive at this point.
Yeah. He's weaving some spells and casting things into the eye, and cast a spell, thinks for a while, writes some stuff down, opens books, looks through things, casts more spells, and kind of repeats. And this goes on for a little while. Do you want to do anything while he's working, other than play music?
Do I have a good enough view of his desk on his bed?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he just asked me to play, and I don't know how distracting I am as a person. Normally when Soul plays, the lyre's kind of against their shoulder, and they're playing. This one's a little more relaxed, where they kind of have it resting on their leg, and it's kind of against their belly. It's far more casual, but still sounds good, obviously. It was a goddamn 33. They don't need to overshow themselves for Gro. It's more of, I would do this for you any day. Which I feel like is a more sincere thing than just, yes, I'll show you how I can play music. But they're gonna try to talk and see if that's annoying. So, do you have any questions for me? Unless you're super busy right now and don't want to talk, because otherwise I'll just shut up.
Has your eye been feeling good otherwise? Has it been comfortable?
Yeah, it was fine until I started using Detect Magic a bunch. It was actually, well, when I kept using it, it would kind of go to a point of just being so hot that it would hurt. And then it would glow orange, which, normally it's white when I use Detect Magic. So, a little weird, And I haven't used it since I noticed that.
I see. Well, I have some other magics were weaved into it, but most of it's deactivated. I sort of rushed it out. I wanted you to have it as soon as possible, and I had bigger ideas for it originally, but I wanted you to have it sooner than later, so I may have left some uncompleted spells in it.
Okay.
And I don't know if maybe that's what happened. Maybe the enemy or whoever might have used some of that.
That's okay. Not your fault. If you need more time with this, then I can leave this here for now. We always have time to see each other.
No, I think I can get it working. It just means that I would probably have to eliminate some of the uncompleted spells.
Whatever you need to do, girl.
I wanted this eye to be perfect for you, but I understand now I won't have the time to finish this, or at least make it the way I want to. So I'm going to have to eliminate some things in it in order to finish the others. So you have a choice, I guess.
Okay.
I wanted to weave in a few different abilities into the eye, and, well, like I said, I put a lot of incomplete spells in there as I was building it up, but they're not finished. I can repurpose 2 of the 3 to finish the third, if that makes any sense. So there were 3 uncompleted abilities I'd worked into the eye. The first, well, it was sort of, it was an attack.
Okay.
It would cause the eye to shoot out a ray.
Mm-hmm.
And you could use that to damage someone.
Okay.
So it was sort of kind of a weapon. Another was it would allow you to heal something. And the third would create a shield.
Okay. And I picked 2 out of these 3?
One of the 3.
One of the 3.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. So the shield would just shield me?
He nods.
Okay. And would these be considered
once per day abilities?
Once per day. Oh boy! Oh, man. This is a hard pick. I don't think I need the healing. Because we have Karis, and we at least have Marcus for like a day or two.
Yeah, you have Marcus until you all kill him in a weird occult ritual in like a day.
That I'm not comfortable with as Soul or as a player.
Yeah, but...
That no one listens to me!
Yikes.
Okay, I don't think I need the healing, though. So that's between a laser eye or a shield eye, pretty much.
Okay.
My gut says shield. I've always been more supportive most of the time anyways, and then I just kind of hit things when I need to. I feel like, just in case, a shield would be good. I'm assuming it would protect me from, like, a death strike or some shit like that.
He can't get into the mechanics of it because the mechanics of it don't exist yet.
I know!
He can basically weave in an offensive spell, a defensive spell, or a support spell. And you said you've already kind of ruled out the support spell. So, offense or defense?
Defense.
Okay.
That's... like a family trait at this point anyways.
Right, I mean, it's the protectorship, right?
It makes more sense. Story-wise, and just, I'm not a fighter. I feel like shield is better. That's all.
Okay, so you say defense. So he nods and says, well, it's fitting with the family line. Alright, I'll get to work on it.
Okay.
And he sits back down, looks over some other notes, and then starts casting spells like furiously. Just one after the other. As he's sort of taking apart and rebuilding parts of the eye. And then, not too much longer than that, he continues going and pulls the silk off of it. And you get that weird vision out of it.
Yeah.
But your eye in your head can see it. And you see that it has turned from gold to blue.
What kind of blue?
Like a deep blue.
A deep blue, so not my other eye color.
No.
No, okay. Soul's, like, blinking a bunch, too, trying to, like, focus. Is it supposed to be that color?
Only when it's being focused for defense.
Okay, at this point, Soul just shuts their eye in their head, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I still like it being your eye color. Normally, is all.
He chuckles. Thanks. Yeah, it's just going to be blue when you focus it for this ability. Hold on. He takes the piece of silk, puts it back over the eye, picks it up, and walks over to you. Sits down next to you on the bed.
We're testing it?
It's ready.
Oh! It's ready.
He nods.
You're fast.
A good teacher. Anyway.
You've never really talked about that much?
He shrugs. It doesn't really matter.
Well, okay.
Look, can you take your eye patch off?
Yeah, I'll raise the eye patch.
Okay.
Good old sockety goodness.
Yay, sockets. So, he does his best and very gently reinserts the eye. And as soon as it's in there, it feels comfortable and warm again. It feels normal.
Sigh of relief. Okay.
You blink a few times and it seems to be doing everything it's supposed to. It moves around and it looks, you see, and it doesn't have any difference in vision between that eye and your normal one.
Looking good. And Soul purposely looks, like, at Grow specifically when they say it.
He gives you just the faintest little smile.
There's probably, like, a shit-eating grin on Soul's face.
Most likely. Alright, well, I think we should test it.
Okay, what do I need to do?
So, he finishes putting it into your head and says, alright, I think I got this working correctly. So, I would like you to focus on the eye and use the detect magic again, please.
Okay, I can do that. I'll, of course, use my detect magic with my eye.
Sure. You focus on the eye, and just like you normally would before, you feel it's a force in it activate, and suddenly you can see auras around stuff.
Yeah.
Like you could before. He holds up a mirror and shows you that it's glowing white.
Okay.
And there's no
orange.
No orange or anything.
Yeah, but I had to wait a bit.
Yeah, you had to wait a bit. And it's like, alright, so it seems to be working, right?
Yeah. I don't see any orange.
You're like, kind of like craning around looking at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, now, I need you to focus on, what should it be? How do you want to activate it? Defensive power.
They, of course, stopped playing music when he sat
Yeah, of course.
Put the lyre away kind of thing. They take their hands, analyze them for a second. This is a thinking thing. And they kind of give themselves like a self-hug almost.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the gesture you make, sure.
Yeah, and then a squeeze almost.
Yeah.
Can I do this? Focus while doing this?
I mean, how does that make you feel? It's a mental trigger.
Well, I usually do this when I feel really alone and bad things are happening and that I can't do anything else. I do that. Is that too much? Should I do something else?
Well, I mean...
Should I think something else? I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's just whatever you want the mental trigger to be, I just want you to focus on it. Alright?
I think I have an idea.
Go on.
Me as a player?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think Soul would want to think about protecting their kids. Or kid, depending on what the fuck that fortune is.
Okay.
And just keeping them safe.
Okay. Alright.
Like a mama bear.
So you kind of have this thought in your head.
Yeah.
This feeling.
Yeah.
And he says, alright, hold on to that.
Okay.
He reaches over to you and uses his fingers and opens up your eyelids over the blue eye. Keep it in your mind. And just touches the eye. And you suddenly feel something happen. You feel an energy that was sort of, had been there all along, but was untapped.
Yeah.
Has suddenly now rushed forth. The eye immediately turns blue, and you see this aura appear around yourself. It's the same color as your feather.
Cool.
And it sort of just holds all around you. It's around your arms. You can hold your hand out, and it's around each of your fingers. And it's sort of just, it's almost like a second skin, but it's translucent, and it sort of is all over your person. I think it worked. Stand up.
Soul stands up, and they're still looking at themselves while this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. I think it's working. I need to test it, though.
Okay. What does that mean? Slight nervousness.
Can you stand over there? And he sort of points you to a place in the middle of the room.
Sure. Soul goes and walks
away
over
from
there.
a lot of other things.
Soul slower as they are realizing what's happening. They're walking in slow motion like, is my fiance about to kill me on accident, maybe? No.
Okay.
Trust.
Are you ready?
Are you?
He's sort of standing up maybe 20 feet away.
Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh, well, then I'm ready.
Just hold still, alright?
Okay.
Alright, he starts casting something, and red energy and like fire starts to move around his hands. He finishes the spell, and his fingertips have little fires burning off of each one of them.
Okay.
And he kind of looks at you, and he's like, alright, if this doesn't work, I'm really sorry.
Sorry for what?
He aims his hand and puts his middle and index finger together and aims it at you and fires a streak of energy at you. It's a scorching ray spell.
Great!
You've seen them cast before.
Yum!
And he fires at you. So he shoots a scorching ray at you, and the flames strike you center mass.
Yeah.
And the fire, as soon as it hits that aura, it kind of curls backwards and turns to nothingness.
Soul definitely flinched, though, at least. They tried to stand their ground, but they flinched.
I fully expect that, yeah. So you flinch and squint, or maybe close your eyes entirely, and then when you open them, you're unharmed.
Is the barrier still glowing and stuff?
It seems to be slightly more faint.
Okay.
Some of it's gone away.
Okay.
So some of it was burnt off from the spell, but other than that, you feel fine.
I'm okay. Are you okay?
I'm okay. I think it worked.
This is amazing. Soul looks pleased as Peaches. They're still looking at their hands for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just an instinctive thing because it's easier to examine up close when something's happening on your body. You're like, oh my god.
So I think it worked. He goes over and looks you up and down, making sure that none of you got singed.
Soul stands more of at attention when being looked over.
Amazing.
No, you.
Hold still.
Okay.
He stands a few feet back from you and kind of interweaves his hands over one another. It's like the fingers are overlapping.
Okay.
And points them at you and fires a jet of flames at you.
Jesus Christ!
So he fires a really half-assed burning hands at you. And again, doesn't do anything to you. And this time you've kept your eyes open a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because now it's not as scary.
Yeah.
And you can see the aura is sort of interplaying with the flames as they're washing over you.
Yeah.
And sort of pushing them away from you. But at the same time, that aura is burning away, as it's doing that.
Okay. So, after it, how vibrant is it at that point?
There's even less.
But...
It's like, I worked a protection spell into it. You'll be able to use it probably once a day, and it should prevent a fair amount of damage. It's the best I can do to protect you, while you're protecting the whole world. He walks up and takes your hands in his.
Thank you.
Just know that I'm on your side, okay?
Me as a player, I'm so just unsure about every person ever. Soul only told Alec that they would be wary, though. They still technically do trust Grow a lot. And it sucks as a player because I want to sense motive everything! I trust you to keep me safe. And I'm pretty sure you will. We're a team. We got this.
He smiles and gives you a hug.
I'm gonna bury that face in that chest, yo! Because he's very tall compared to Soul.
Oh, for sure. Well, I think that worked out pretty well.
Yeah. Now I'm just a little bit safer. And that feels really, really nice. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. He kind of, like, leans in again. He continues giving you a hug.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, hold still.
Okay.
He reaches down and takes a dagger out of his belt.
Okay.
And just goes to sink into your side.
Into my side?
Yep.
Okay, but I still have that barrier thing up. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So it strikes and the barrier turns it away.
Just turns it away.
Yep.
Okay.
So, let me just roll that real quick. Yeah. Turns it away. Again, some of the aura is dissipated.
But I still have some up?
There's just a very faint amount left. And
Okay.
It's like, okay. It works from physical attack as well. He puts the dagger away.
They were being really good about this whole attack thing. Now their hands are shaking, and they just put their hands in there.
Soul, it's alright.
Oh.
I just wanted to make sure that it would work.
I know.
It's okay. It's alright.
This has been like one of the worst days of my life. My mom hates me.
I wasn't thinking. I'm so sorry.
I think my dad was flirting with a man.
What? That's disgusting.
Like, this is the thing that Soul focuses on to take their emotions out on. No.
That's horrible.
I don't know. But he can't expect anything from him because he can't keep it in his fucking pants. Oh, God. I don't want to be related to that. She's gross. You will not believe it. She took me to her parents' house and then she goes and she tells them right in front of them that she's in love with me.
The gnome's in love with you too? Is everyone you travel with in love with you?
No! Farrah has no affection towards me whatsoever. And I don't think Garrett's gonna love. And it doesn't even matter because we're gonna kill Marcus in a couple days. So you don't have to worry. This is the worst trip ever. I should have never left. And my mom hates me.
Your mom doesn't...
She
doesn't hate you. She's... I don't know.
I wish I never left. I should have just been happy. I'm so sorry. I wish I never left.
He hugs you tighter and says, well, we can't change that now, but maybe staying here won't be so bad then.
I think I'm ready at this point. Oh my god. I think I hate the world. And Soul just goes and just flops their face into the bed at this point. I just want everyone to be safe, but man, everyone hates me. Not like people who get to know me or like they don't hate me, but man, the world sucks. Like it actually sucks. I love everyone, but this has been like the worst life experience I ever could have given myself. No wonder no one left. Things are so hard. They're having a temper tantrum.
Grow sits down next to you on the bed and just with one hand is patting, like probably like the middle, just giving you like pats on the middle of your back, just being like, it'll be okay. It'll be alright.
I wish I never found out about my dad. Or, I wish my mom would have just been honest with me from the beginning, because I never would have left then. Plain and simple, because I left to save her fucking feelings, Because I couldn't hold in all the stress about knowing that my dad was a man whore! He's not a man whore. It's been explained, we know. But still! I wish I just would have stayed with you and not thought about anyone else and just been okay. Because really, that would have been the best. Everything would have been okay. I wouldn't have had to deal with any of this shit. I would have been happy learning after I get my protectorship that everything's better because I'm here. And then we'd have kids and everyone would be happy. And things would just keep going on. Nothing changes and the world kept moving.
Sounds perfect.
Doesn't it?
I figure we have one shot at it. You and your friends have to succeed.
I know. It's my fault. I have to take care of it. I can't apologize to the world for what I've done, but I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I should have told you right away, and I've been in the wrong. Obviously, Mama trusts you, and that shouldn't be a reason for me to trust you, because I should just trust you because I love you so goddamn much. So, again, I'm sorry, and I hope eventually I can prove to you that I do trust you and that you can forgive me.
That sounds good. He goes from, gentle pats on your back to kind of now a stroking motion.
Uh-oh. That's never a good sign! So, you were only mad at me because I didn't tell you, right? There's nothing else you're worried about that we need to talk about, or... anything? Soul's enjoying.
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, if you think of something, let me know. Do you have any, concerns about anything past that I have to fix my fuck up?
No, I think that, like you said, I think we'll get this done together.
Definitely.
It's been a really long day.
Tell me about it. Actually, don't. I never want to talk about this day. I mean, maybe with you, but with no one else. I want you to trust me again. I'm gonna work towards it.
He goes from rubbing your back, he lays down next to you, to where I'm assuming you're looking from at one side or the other.
Yeah.
You don't just have your head in the mattress.
No, it's like arms folded underneath them.
Then he's gonna lay down to where he has eye line with you, and he gives you a smile and says, "We've got this."
We do. I'm gonna fix everything for everyone. We're gonna do this. We are gonna fuck them up so hard that we're gonna win. That was the worst speech I've ever fucking given, and I'm so glad it's to you because you love me no matter what.
Maybe you should work on your speech writing.
How dare you?
I'm not sure that would be as inspirational as you think it is.
I'm the most inspiring person in my group, thank you.
I believe that.
Are you saying I need to start studying again?
It might not hurt.
You're not wrong. I really need to be just a better leader after all this.
Well, I think we'll have time to get it all. Once you guys take care of this, we'll have more time.
You're right. We got years and years ahead of us. We're gonna fix people's problems. We're gonna help everyone in the village. I'm going to make sure that I'm more involved than my mom was. She just, I don't know, she's here. Past the parties and the vague attendance, she doesn't do very much. Well, she was training me originally, but there has to be more we can do for everyone. We can't continue this tradition if we don't have more communication with everyone. I'm gonna have to start reading political books, aren't I?
Probably.
It's fine. I don't care. Well, I do care, but I mean, I don't care about doing the work because the outcome will be for the best. We got this. You know what I just realized?
What?
I have to talk to that one girl I used to have to spend play dates with when I was younger because her husband's like a top politician. Look at me, I'm so special. Oh. Sorry.
It's rough, I know.
She's so mean!
She's gonna have to suck up to you for the rest of her life.
Soul's eyebrows just raise and they look like they kind of enjoy that idea. She does, doesn't she?
This gives you a knowing nod. Yeah, she does.
It's a slight more evil of a laugh for Soul. They don't really let loose. They're childish, but they don't let people see all their facets normally. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. I think out of everyone, they definitely show Grow probably the most. Grow and their dad. That's the two people who actually know them the best, probably. She does. I get to be the boss of everyone soon, don't I?
That's kind of how it works, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna fix so many problems. And I'm going to make sure that your life is as wonderful as possible. And Soul looks like so pleased as peaches with themselves.
You have plans for me suddenly?
I always have.
Oh?
Well, I was gonna make sure you lived a comfortable life and you had everything that you ever wanted, and...
I already do.
But I could give you a bigger workplace to work with. I could give you...
He's shaking his head no as you're saying all this.
I don't know, I could probably invest in better studies in the village so there's more for you to have access to.
I already have everything I want. He rubs a hand like across one of your cheeks.
But I could give you more.
I don't want more.
Oh.
You're more than I could ever ask for. And he holds up his hand and shows his ring off.
I still have my gloves on. Well, actually, no, I'm in a different outfit right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have gloves on.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of didn't tell Mom and Dad that I'm pregnant.
I noticed. And I think that's probably for the best. Because I seriously think that she would... I don't even know. I think she might try to kill you and just start over, but I don't know.
Soul sounds hurt, but their face says it's probably true. And the horror of that thought. They're pale. They're a fucking high elf. Of course they're pale. It looks translucent at this point, like fucking white as a sheet? Is that the expression? I don't know. All the color's gone. Any sort of blood, it's gone. Yeah, she'd probably kill me. I can't tell her.
Well, not yet. We're going to have to tell her soon.
You see, like, Soul's chest is starting to go up and down as they're slowly getting to hyperventilating. I can't tell her. No. I can't leave you. I can't do that. I can't. Oh my god. I can't tell her about this. I know you don't want to risk our children or anything, but I can't risk us on the other hand, either. By the way, we're having twins. Awkward smile as they're hyperventilating. They don't know how to process shit. Today's been the shittiest fucking day.
He reaches over and... I'm assuming you're both sort of like laying on your sides facing each other at this point.
Yeah.
So he's going to run a hand down starting from your ear, down across your chin, your neck, across your shoulder, and then kind of move down and just sort of hold his hand over your abdomen, over your stomach. I'm sure, however this works out, they'll be wonderful.
There's a second part to the thing I found out, because I didn't get their sex. I got something else with the divination.
Oh?
Because you're my husband, and I love you so goddamn much, and I promised to tell you everything, I'm going to tell you what I heard.
Okay.
And I want you to not be upset. But it's okay if you are. I'm just letting you know.
He was looking at you with a concerned look on his face.
So, the divination said that one would, bring peace to the world, and one would... Oh, May. Sorry, the divination was a May. One may bring peace to the world, and one may bring ruin to it.
I see.
I haven't even been pregnant that long, and yeah, I find that very scary, to be honest.
I mean, divinations are never exact.
It's true. It was a May. We can change that. We can treat them so good that they'll never be upset or be bad, right?
Well, we shouldn't treat them any differently than we would normally have.
Soul looks so fucking nervous. Well, it's not like I know how to raise a kid.
Look, we'll get through this. He gives you a reassuring smile.
Grimace.
We'll get through this.
Okay, you're right. You're always right. I should listen to you more often.
He just, has a smug smile and nods.
Hey, just because I told you that I think you're better than me, they continue pointing, and they look like they keep reaching for words by opening and closing their mouth. That's it.
He leans forward and gives you a kiss.
Soul kisses back, but then after the kiss is done, I didn't say you could do... Please kiss me again.
He chuckles and leans forward, gives you another deep kiss.
So Soul take the back of his head with their hand and kind of pull him forward a little bit more, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So, remember when Soul and Grow started doing things while Grow was a woman?
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of learned that from when they had sex with Siva?
Yes.
So they've only had sex with Alec twice.
Yes.
But he was more experienced.
Then Grow, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Grow was a virgin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been the only person he's had sex with.
Correct.
Soul's gonna take those ideas and kind of work with it.
Okay.
I imagine there were a lot more positions they learned about.
Okay. So this is an instructive event. In that case, could I get an acrobatics check?
Yes, you can!
Oh, we're going for dance. Even better.
18.
Wow, that's a really bad roll for you.
Yeah, it is. Because that's a 2 for the roll, and the rest is a modifier.
The rest is a modifier. Alright, so at an 18...
Hey, I still have to figure out how things work on my end without being guided, too, at the same time.
That's true. That's true.
This makes sense. Also, I have no skill points in acrobatics because they're all in dance for my acrobatics.
Well, exactly. So, the two of you guiding and leading the way, sort of go through a number of different positions.
Yeah.
And Grow does his best to keep up.
Soul is definitely a top for the evening.
Your boy tries his best. He does pretty good.
Yeah?
He manages.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask him his reactions for Soul being a bit more forward with stuff?
Well, he kind of already figured out your learning from your experiences in the world.
Yeah.
And he's probably there's an internal screaming match in his head. Because he probably is happy that he's with you, but at the same time, Soul's out there with all these other people, learning all these...
It's not that many people!
Grow doesn't know that.
We have agreed that we would talk about things.
That's true. That's true. And he trusts you.
Good. I've told him everything so far, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
So, Grow will do an acceptable job, I think, is how that role reads to me.
Well, what a good boy. And it doesn't even matter, because I'm already pregnant, so I don't even have to check for that fucking ring.
That's right. You will be for another, 23 and a half months.
Woo!
Woo, lad! Yeah, that's a long pregnancy. Alright.
At least I don't have as many problems as humans.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, that's the beauty of being constructed to be an ideal creature.
Like, when people actually describe pregnant people as glowing, it's literal for elves.
No, it's literal for elves.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I was wondering, because Soul, the more they've been feeling out of control, I know they really like Alec for the very fact that they can just, they can listen to someone again.
Yeah.
They can get taught things, they can just not be in charge all the time. Because as much as they'll say that Vera is the leader, they have to do all the important shit half the time.
Right.
And it's very frustrating and tiring. And they are so fucking ready to retire soon.
Yeah.
But they're feeling very aggressive today. Because they were so out of control, now they needed to be in control. So, yeah, Grow got to be bottom today.
I think that he's got no issue with that.
Yeah.
I think that he's pretty much just happy that you've come home and that you've had all these epiphanies about how you should have never left.
I'm sure he's ecstatic about that.
Ecstatic about that. Like, yeah, finally, Soul gets it.
Me as a player, I fucking hate that.
And the evening goes on and fades to black.
Fades to black.
Thanks for listening. As always, special thanks to Protagonist for the theme music and Emily Roll for Fantasy for this episode's soundtrack. Interested in following us on social media? Follow us on Twitter at CheckPleaseDND. Please leave a like or subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and leave a comment if you have any suggestions. Until next time, bye!